since the war in Ukraine in February 2022 make the geopolitical landscape in Europe shifted dramatically. The invasion triggered swift responses from Western countries, particularly from NATO allies. Among these was the deployment of the United States' state-of-the-art fifth-generation F-35 fighter jets to Baltic nations, including Estonia, Lithuania, and Romania. These aircraft were not just meant to secure NATO airspace but also tasked with more sophisticated missions, detecting and analyzing Russian military activity along the border. The F-35 jets, hailed as technological marvels, undertook a series of complex electronic intelligence (ELINT) missions to monitor the airspace over Ukraine and its border regions, which were now riddled with Russian air defense systems. However, despite their advanced capabilities, these missions revealed several unexpected challenges for the US and NATO, raising questions about the effectiveness of their cutting-edge technology in the face of Russian military countermeasures. With Russian troops crossing into Ukraine and the conflict escalating rapidly, NATO found itself in a precarious position. Direct military intervention in Ukraine was off the table to avoid a full-scale conflict with nuclear-armed Russia. However, securing the borders of NATO member states and gathering critical intelligence about Russian military operations became top priorities. The United States quickly mobilized its F-35 fighter jets from the 388th and 419th Fighter Wings, both of which were stationed in Germany. These fifth-generation jets are renowned for their stealth capabilities, advanced avionics, and unmatched electronic warfare (EU) systems. The aircraft were dispatched to several key locations in the Baltic region, including Estonia, Lithuania, and Romania, which share borders with Russian territories or are near the contested Ukrainian border. Their mission was twofold: patrolling NATO airspace and conducting covert ELINT missions to better understand the Russian military threat. The F-35's ability to operate in stealth mode made it the ideal aircraft for intelligence gathering. These jets are equipped with advanced sensors that allow them to detect and analyze enemy radar and communications frequencies, making them invaluable assets in modern warfare. Their ELINT missions were primarily focused on identifying and tracking Russian air defense systems and fighter aircraft. Such information would provide NATO with real-time data, aiding in the assessment of potential risks and helping to develop effective countermeasures. In their surveillance over Ukraine and the Russian exclave of Kaliningrad, a highly militarized Russian territory sandwiched between Poland and Lithuania, the F-35 jets successfully detected many of the Russian air defense systems in the region. According to a report from Air Force Times, the jets gathered valuable intelligence on several Russian military assets, including radar frequencies, air defense network configurations, and the movement of Russian fighter jets. However, despite the sophisticated EU systems aboard the F-35s, there were instances where the aircraft could not detect certain Russian air defense units. Colonel Craig Anderley, commander of the 388th Fighter Wing, shed light on this shortcoming. During these missions, the F-35s sometimes failed to identify military equipment because some of these systems, like air defense units, could mask their presence in the field, Anderley explained. The F-35 jets, designed to be superior in identifying enemy radar and missile systems, found themselves perplexed by certain Russian air defenses. This was particularly concerning for NATO, given the strategic importance of monitoring these systems for future operations. Colonel Anderley suggested that the Russian military might be employing tactics or technologies that were unfamiliar to the US and NATO, potentially rendering some Russian air defense systems invisible or unrecognizable to the F-35's sensors. Among the more prominent Russian air defense systems identified during these ELINT missions was the S-300, known by NATO as the SA-20. The S-300 is a long-range surface-to-air missile system that is considered one of the cornerstones of Russia's anti-aircraft defense. These systems have been a persistent challenge for NATO air forces due to their range, precision, and versatility in targeting both aircraft and ballistic missiles. If Russian forces are able to conceal the S-300 from detection by F-35s, it is possible that NATO forces could face even greater challenges when confronting more advanced systems in future conflicts. This is especially relevant as Russia continues to develop its own countermeasures to NATO's technological advancements, creating a continuous cycle of innovation and adaptation on both sides. Despite the challenges encountered by US F-35s in detecting Russian air defense systems, the jets remain a critical asset for NATO. Their ability to operate in stealth mode, coupled with their advanced EU and sensor systems, makes them a powerful tool in the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia. The intelligence gathered by these jets will continue to play a pivotal role in shaping NATO's strategy and response to Russian aggression. However, the shortcomings of the F-35s in identifying some Russian air defense systems have prompted calls for further refinement of the aircraft's EU capabilities. Enhancing the jet's ability to detect and track systems operating in war reserve mode will be essential for future missions, especially as Russia continues to employ stealth and deception tactics on the battlefield. The deployment of US F-35s to the Baltic region in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine underscores the importance of electronic warfare in modern military conflicts. These jets, equipped with cutting-edge technology, have provided NATO with crucial intelligence on Russian air defense systems. Yet, their limitations in detecting certain systems, like the S-300, reveal that Russia's countermeasures are highly effective. The war in Ukraine has become a testing ground for the military technologies of both Russia and NATO, particularly in the realm of electronic warfare. As each side continues to develop new tactics and countermeasures, it is clear that the struggle for dominance in the electronic battlefield will remain a central element of this and future conflicts. For NATO, the experience of the F-35s in Ukraine is a reminder that maintaining technological superiority will require constant adaptation and innovation in the face of an ever-evolving adversary.